Now here's God's guidelines. You choose someone that loves and honors God. You choose someone that respects and values God's will. You choose someone that lives to please God. Why is that important? Because if God has a hold of that person's life, no matter what goes on later on in marriage, if you assuming you get married, no matter what goes on, you know that that person is so deep and anchored with God that they will not become a Mr. Hyde or Mrs. Hyde, because God is so important to them that they want things right to be with God despite how they're treated. What keeps me anchored properly, it's not anything in my own goodness. It's simply because I don't want to blow my relationship with the Lord. He's too valuable to me. So it challenges the way I treat people, the way I treat my wife, the way I treat others, the way it's an anchor point in my life. And so what I say to you, if you're going to choose wisely, choose someone that meets God's standards. If they don't, do not choose them. Wave at me if you're still with me. Wave at me. Don't choose them. They don't meet God's standard. Don't choose them. Keep moving. Keep stepping. Okay? How do you choose wisely? Here's another answer. Choose someone who completes you. What do I mean by that? The scripture says that God, here in verse 18, I'll make a helper suitable for him, a complementary equal, someone who completes you. They will help you, and you in turn will help them. There's this sense of exchange. You're not competing with each other. You are complementary to that individual. They are opposite than you oftentimes, and the areas where you fall short, they excel in. Where you excel, they need your help. And so when you meet, there's this complementary equal that's there. It's as if you met yourself, so to speak, or the parts of you that you've been lacking. And so when Adam met Eve, he said, this is now bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. In other words, she complements me. She completes me. When God took a rib out of the side of Adam, and when the rib came back in the form of Eve, she completed him. I want you to see, when you meet someone and they are indeed the one for you to choose wisely, not only do they fit within God's guidelines, but they must complete you. Let's say, for example, I'm single, and there are 50 women right now in this room that meet God's guidelines. They love God, they honor God, they please God. I'm attracted to them, they're attracted to me. Those things, we're a similar age, man, everything's good. They have a job, I got a job. Okay, and so let's assume that's in place. Let's assume that's in place. So just because they met the first point of choosing wisely, I have those 50 options. But I can't just go by that. I have to say, okay, choose someone who completes me. Do they complete me? And so when I choose wisely, that means someone that's going where I'm going.